Well, Jeremy, what it feel like to get back out there these last couple of days and get things rolling again?
It's super fun out there. I mean, we've been doing summer workouts for the last 2-3 months just to get back out there and play football. What we all been waiting for. So we're here. We're just having fun with it.
Is your approach different this year now? Kind of being the guy back there, being the workhorse, and opposing defenses are gonna be focusing on you. Is this fall camp different for you?
It's a lot different. I came in last year. I had a lot of experience. It was my first year starting running back in my career with high school and all that. So I got a lot of experience with that. So coming in this year, I just feel like I got a lot smarter as far as knowing what defenses want to throw at me this year, knowing where the safeties are, where the backers are, where my double teams are going to get to the linebackers. So this fall camp, I just really more of a student, more want to play without the ball.
What has made you so good as a receiver? I mean, obviously you played the position sort of a little bit here and there in your career, but what's enabled you to kind of be able to be such a threat doing that?
In high school, I had 3.5 years behind me playing receiver, so catching the ball for me is pretty easy, and that I feel like I'm a threat out the backfield catching the ball, and that's why.
You don't look like a wide receiver. I mean, that's the thing. I think it's just kind of surprising to see a guy your size being able to handle the ball that well.
Right, I mean, I wasn't always this size, so when I was in high school, I was probably 155 pounds. So, I mean, and that's all I did was play receiver and do receiver for the past 3 years and drill. So my hand-eye coordination got really good from that.
So you're like a small slot guy, and now you're the 210-pound running back? Or
yeah, I was playing receiver. I was about 155, 175 I got up to, and then now I'm playing running back at 210.
I know before your first year as a starter, you got bigger, did a lot of things, kind of changing your composition. You do anything this offseason? I know Brett was saying he lost dropped 4% body fat and stuff. I mean, you do anything to get ready for this season differently?
My approach was to put on weight, but also be agile, be flexible at the same time. So this offseason, I put on about 8 to 10 pounds, but I still have my speed. I'm still flexible, still can catch, still agile.
Brett was saying that you eat really well and you take care of your body. I mean, how big is that? And you guys, making healthy meals together at the place, or what's that like?
Man, I never really understood how much health went into actually playing football and doing the right things for your body. So this off season, I put a plan together with the nutrition lady here, Aaron and Pitt and all those guys, and we got a plan. And it's a certain amount of calories I have to take in, a certain amount of fat, a certain amount of protein, all that stuff. And I feel better. My body is more healthier. I feel like I can run all day. I feel like I'm better in shape.
Is that something you got from Jay? I mean, what motivated you to kind of go to those lengths to make sure you're doing everything kind of right in terms of what you eat and staying in physical shape?
I just honestly want to be the best. That's a sacrifice I had to make, so that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. With do you feel relatively fresh though? I mean, you played a lot of receiver in high school, right, so you haven't had like a ton of carries on your body. Do you feel like you're still pretty fresh in those regards?
I do, honestly. Playing receiver, obviously you don't get hit that much like that, and it's just one-on-one tackles. And then coming to college, playing running back, I do still feel fresh. So I mean, I take care of my body as well. I'm in the training room a couple hours a day just to keep that consistency going on.
How much more efficient do you feel like you got in terms of how you ran as the season progressed last year?
A lot. I felt my progression really on the up when we got to conference last year. So I got my confidence. Those first couple of games, I was still trying to fill myself out with the running back position. It's a different, being in the backfield and then being lined up out in receiver, it's a different view. So, and then getting that year behind me last year, I'm really more confident in what I'm doing this year.
There's been a lot of great running backs that have came through here, and time with Coach Marks the other day. I mean, he's kind of speaking to your skill set where you're a pretty good pass catcher, but he says that Boise State's never had a running back like you before. And you kind of look at the guys that have come through here. What does it mean to get a compliment like that?
It's huge. I mean, we work on everything. I mean, he works on everything with me, but most important thing for me going forward is being able to do things without the ball, whether that's catching, whether that's being a decoy so that Chad or Spurback can get on top of the defense. I'll pull the safeties up, whatever it takes. So I just want to play without the ball better this year. All the compliments are good, but we just got to keep working.
With Jay, there was obviously a lot of hype for his junior year coming into the year and everything. You coming off the last year, you're up for some awards and stuff. You're getting a little talk, nationally. How you kind of trying to handle all that as you come into the season?
For me, it's just want to know, getting better with my team. Awards, we'll worry about that after the season. It doesn't matter right now. It's the 2016 Broncos, taking game by game. Going to want to know each week.
Coach Marks did say, though, that you knew about the fact that you didn't get picked for the preseason All-Mountain West team for running back. So how'd you see that, or were you aware of that? What was kind of your reaction when you saw that Hill and Pumphrey got it over you?
Those guys are great. Those guys are good running backs. We have a ton of good running backs in the conference. So kudos to them. I've heard about it around the facility. I got a chip on my shoulder, regardless. So we're just gonna keep moving forward and getting better.
How much does that chip weigh into the style of play that you have presenting itself going into this season?
What was that?
How much does that chip that on your shoulder go to the style of play that you have? I mean, last year, maybe not everybody knew who you were.
Right.
Now this year, they know who you are.
Right. So coming in this year, like you said, defenses will probably game plan for me a little bit more. So I got to step my game up. I got to be more technically sound. I got to be a smarter player. I got to know what they're going to throw at me before it comes. So then, we can just adjust and I go in the game prepared.
What'd you make of your workload last year? I think you were right around 240 carries, and then you had another 50 or so touches in terms of receptions. So I guess what'd you make of your workload last year, and are you potentially prepared to do more?
Yeah, workload last year was good. I thought it was enough. Coaches didn't throw anything crazy at me. I expected it and prepared for that. And this year, whatever it takes to win, whether, getting the ball 5 times during the game or, 25 times, whatever it's going to take.
You said you still feel fresh. So, so if you had about 300 touches last year, did that ever wear you down a bit, or do you still feel good after having 300 last year?
I was fine. Of course, it's some bumps and bruises that go along with it, but I had a fast recovery coming off the season and had a full off season this year, so ready to go this year for whatever they need to throw at me.
You wearing a new helmet this year?
It's the same one. I changed my helmet, but after Utah State game.
Okay.
So it's the same helmet.
So what is that? Obviously, one is this more designed to kind of help with hits to the head and stuff, or what is different about that helmet than a normal one?
I don't know the full science. They
Okay.
just tell me it's better, it's going to reduce some concussions or head injuries, so I wear it.
You haven't had any kind of extra symptoms or anything from after that Utah State game? When you returned, was that all gone? Or have you ever had any kind of lingering things from that? Or
No, it was all gone. I got cleared and was good to go. With our staff, they're not going to put you on the field if you still have any type of symptom. So all that's cleared before you can even touch the field.
That's scary at all, or how do you is that in the back of your mind usually when you have something like that happen, where obviously you're a guy that likes to be physical and take hits and stuff and try to keep that from happening again?
No. When you're out there, it's moving a million miles an hour. So the last thing I'm thinking about is that. And also, it's just certain ways I can position my body to take hits instead of to the head, take them to the shoulders, to my legs, go down if you have to. So it's just certain things I can do instead of taking hits to the head.
After that, because I think it was that game, and there was another one right around maybe before it, where it was you had a pretty good hit and you came out for a player. So people would say maybe did you adjust your style a little bit? And it still seems like even so you were more effective late in the year after that.
Yeah, I think after that hit probably I did adjust my play a little bit. Like I said, I positioned my body a little bit better to take the hits to the shoulder, to my legs instead of my head, and keeping my eyes up and just doing different techniques just to not get in the head.
Does that help you maybe get a second effort in there? If you take a hit on the shoulder or the leg instead of the head,
right?
It seems like if you had to change your style, that might be a negative, but it seems like for you it ends up being a positive thing.
No, I just feel like if I get hits right there, most of the tacklers will bounce off of me and I'll be able to get extra yards.
Jeremy, for you personally, what's one aspect of your game you want to take to the next level this season?
Pass blocking. I want to be the best pass blocker. I want to be up there with the offensive lineman. I don't want to give him no sacks. I want to attack the guy. I want to get him with good technique. Last year I cut too much, and so this year I'm not looking to cut at all, and just be the best pass blocker.
With that said, how much maturity have you seen out of Rippon now that you're going to have a full year with him under center?
A lot. He's more of a leader, just like me last year. He got a lot of experience, and he's in here. He's in here 6 a.m. throughout the whole year, getting the extra film work. So his leadership and maturity grew like crazy.
So what did impress you the most about him? You mentioned those aspects, but a lot of guys kind of talk about him being first guy in, last guy out, and it seems like that comes with the territory of being a really good quarterback. What has impressed you the most about him, and was there a moment that it kind of struck you that he was a special player?
The moment that really got me was how fast he learned our playbook. It took me a long time to really understand our playbook, and he got it the first spring he was here, and he's smart. So when I knew that, that's when I knew he was going to be a special player.
How often do you guys role or go back with one another looking at the playbook?
A lot. I mean, we live together, so we're always talking ball.
How much has it benefited you guys in your relationship on the field since you are roommates and live with each other on a day to day?
It's actually good because at home, he's always watching film on his iPad. So he'd come to my room and be like, "Hey, I need you to do this on this play. What do you have on the slide plays? What are you blocking on this play so I could throw off of him?" Things like that, and check down routes. How he wants me to run check downs or wheel routes. Just adjusting to everything.
Is this pretty constant? Like, is he coming to you on like June 5th with this, or is it like during fall camp? Or
No, it's been since January.
You ever tell him like, dude, play some FIFA, like take a break or something?
Yeah, like let's play Madden or something.
So is he texting you throughout the day like, hey, look at this play? Right
No,
here?
he's not. He just probably wait till I get home, or he's at home.